Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the 4-4-SHU podcast. It's been about 4 weeks since our last episode, so we've got a lot to catch up on, such as probably the best final ever in the World Cup final between France and Argentina.
I'd agree.
We had some massive FA Cup upsets with Stevenage knocking out Aston Villa, Blackpool knocking out Forest, and much more.
Big up Borough and big up the pool.
And also, on a sadder note, we've lost some football icons in Pele and Vialli. So I think a new part of our podcast is going to be, we're going to start each episode with a quiz. So I've prepared some World Cup themed quiz questions, which I hope Charlie and Luke will be able to answer.
Oh God.
And feel free to play along at home. So who wants the first question?
Me.
Okay, so Luke.
Yeah.
There's 2 points up for grabs here. One is for the number and one is for the player. So...
Okay.
Which player has scored the most World Cup goals in one campaign, and how many goals did he score?
Oh, I think I might know. I don't know. You guys. This is your question.
Yeah, if you don't know, I'd say at least guess a number.
I'm gonna go Ronaldo 7.
No, incorrect. Charlie?
I'm gonna go move yourself closer.
No, in one campaign.
In one campaign.
Yeah, guess a number.
4.
The most. Mbappe scored 6.
Oh wait, in one campaign.
Yeah.
And Messi scored 5.
I think one game. Fuck.
One game for.
I'll go 8.
Okay, well, you're both wrong.
Go
He's
on.
called Just Fontaine. He's a French striker from the 60s, I think. And he scored 13 pain. And the only reason why I know this is because the BBC kept plugging it, and so did Reese's mate, Ellis.
No, it's funny you say that
Reese
because
isn't here this week, by the way.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
so
we
you all
should
know.
have mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah.
it's funny you say that because I was so bored in the Christmas period, and I started googling golden boot winners, and it come up with that guy who scored 13 goals.
Yeah, and have you seen his record for France? I think he has 23 caps and 30 goals. And also, out of those 13 goals, that was in 6 games. They didn't even get that far in the World Cup.
Oh wow.
Like, that's incredible. So shout out to that guy.
And they're saying move yourself closer and 3 goals. Oh God.
Okay, well, Charlie,
It's early. So.
here's a question for you.
Oh,
Which
God, here we
two
go.
clubs have had a player appear in every World Cup final since 1982? So it's 2 point up for grabs, point for each team.
I think I know one of them.
I can read the question back if you want.
Yeah, can you?
Okay,
Please?
so which two clubs,
Yeah.
Aston Villa, for example, have had a player involved in every World Cup final since 1982?
In every final.
Nubs.
Yeah,
In every final.
yes. Every World Cup final, sorry, obviously, but because it's a World Cup special, don't forget.
Not just like the Papa John's trophy final.
I'm thinking clubs.
Can
Yeah.
I guess one, please?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm just going to say Bayern Munich.
Yes, that is 1 point to Luke.
Nice.
And
I want to go Juventus, but I don't think it will be.
was that a guess?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Barcelona.
Incorrect. You get one more guess, Charlie.
I know. I think I know it.
Okay, well,
Oh.
you can go back to if Charlie doesn't.
Yeah, go back to Luke.
Inter Milan.
Correct.
Yes.
So that's 2-0. And so now the question is
I
back
am
to
massive.
you, Luke.
I am massive.
So, obviously we mentioned that icon Pele recently died, so I thought I'd give a question to him.
Okay.
How many World Cups did Pele win? And if you can tell me the years that he won them in, that's another point.
No, I cannot.
Well, okay, how many did he win then?
I'm gonna say 3.
Correct.
Oh,
you jammy
wow.
fucker.
Do you want to guess any years for some bonus points?
It
or-
wasn't 78.
You're not getting points for that.
No, it wasn't then. When was he played? I don't even know when Pele played.
Okay, Charlie, do you fancy a guess? If you get 2 of the 3 years, I'll give you a point.
Probably 60 something.
What, that whole 10-year period?
Nah.
Okay, I can tell you.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, just tell us.
1958, 1962, and 1970.
Oh, 1970. I should have got that.
Do you know what as well? If you didn't get, I actually was thinking 3 in my mind of World Cups Pele's.
Yeah,
won, but
fair enough.
Unfortunately, I didn't get
Yeah,
the point.
sadly you don't get points for that.
Yeah.
So, well, it's back to you, Charlie, and this might be a bit of an easier question for you, hopefully. So, which 2 English players have won the Golden Boot at the World Cup?
Well, Harry Kane.
Correct.
Harry
so you get 1
Kane.
point for that, yeah.
Which 2?
Yeah, there's another.
Oh my god, I'm sorry to the public here. You probably think fucking Osborne are just shit.
Sorry to the public.
I'm sorry to the public. Really let myself down here.
Can I buzz in?
That's up to Charlie.
Um,
Charlie, I'd guess someone at least. Like.
yeah, I would think Gary Lineker.
And he's got it correct.
Hey.
Yeah, Gary Lineker.
Yeah, I thought Gary Lineker.
So that's 2 points to
I thought,
Charlie.
Yeah.
Nice.
I knew Harry Kane obviously because he won it in
18.
18 and
Yeah, well, yeah, I knew you were going to get that
Lineker won
one.
it in, but I'm sure someone will know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. So, in the iconic Germany 7, Brazil 1 game, Luke,
Mm-hmm.
what was the score at half-time? And if you have no idea, I have got 4 options here for you that you can choose between.
Go on, give me the 4 options.
Okay, so Germany 4, Brazil 1, Germany 6, Brazil 1, 1-0 to Brazil, or Germany 5-0.
I think it was 6-1.
Incorrect. So, Charlie, I'll read you the ones.
Yeah.
So
Read the ones.
either 4-1 to Brazil,
Yeah.
5-0 to Germany, or 1-0 to Brazil.
Can you read them again, please?
Yeah, 4-1 to Germany,
Yeah.
5-0 to
Yeah,
Germany.
First one.
4-1.
Yeah.
Incorrect. It was
was-
5-0.
Ah,
I
fuck.
say 5-0. That was.
I thought I'd throw in the 1-0 Brazil as well, just as a little curveball. Okay, and so
1-0
this one is for you then, Charlie.
Yeah.
Who scored the first goal in the 2022 Qatar World Cup?
Oh, wow.
He used to play for Everton.
Oh, you're giving help here, Luke.
I am.
So it was fucking, obviously, Qatar versus... I've forgotten who they fucking played. Yeah, so that did dodgy VAR decision.
Yeah, there was. Yes.
What team did they play?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, fuck. He used to play for Everton.
What's the score?
What?
What, like, how many points have I got to Charlie? Is he gonna catch me up if I give him more hints?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck hints.
It's
I'm passing it
3-2
to you.
to you, Luke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
give
Go
you.
on,
I was gonna
go
give
on.
you.
Oh, wait, so Charlie, you pass it.
Yeah, I'm passing.
Okay.
Over.
Okay, well, I know it was Ecuador.
Yeah.
His name, though?
There's only a point available for the player's name here.
Oh, I can't remember his name. Victor.
Incorrect.
It begins with an E.
It does begin with an E, yes.
Oh, what was his name? Edibayo.
Have you got it, Charlie?
Is it
No,
Adebayo?
I'm thinking of someone else.
Is it Edibayo? I can remember everything else about him. I remember he played for Everton, and he flipping plays for Ecuador,
He also used to play for West Ham, yeah.
and he played. And his name begins with an E.
Well, I think that's going to have to be a fail.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go on.
So, Enna Valencia.
King hell.
And he
I
bagged a
remember-
brace that day.
Yeah, I remember
He did
playing
get
for
a
West
break,
Ham
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I think the first quiz went well, and it's 3-2 to Luke. So, Reese, if you're listening, you got a lot of catching up to do.
Oh, is this points for forever?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just like 1-0.
Oh, okay, we could do
Is that-
1-0 to Luke.
Is that it for the quiz?
That is it for the quiz, yeah.
Oh, what a shit show for me. I'm sorry to the
I thought
public.
you were
I'm
going to say
sorry
what a
to everyone
shit
out there.
quiz.
Yeah, that as well. Sorry your questions. No, I'm joking. It just proves my ball launch is not very good. And
Well, it's 3-2.
That was never up for
Like, it wasn't
debate.
too bad.
yeah, I'm very sorry to everyone listening out here now. You can send me a DM and send me some abuse.
Slide into
I'll take it
DMs.
well.
Okay, well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that segment. And then I think we're just moving straight on to the Manchester derby, aren't we, Luke? So we'll let you take the floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was really when the derby was on. I said to all these lads, I was like, right, we're gonna have a segment on the Manchester derby and about how well City played.
That aged well.
That is not the case. Okay, so start off. Jack Grealish, great goal. Header from a corner. Erling Haaland is there, but Grealish becomes a little bit selfish, which he needs to do recently in his City days, in my opinion. But I know that's not what you all want to hear about. You want to hear about the dodgy offside. So let's talk about that. So, okay, fine. From a neutral perspective, from you two,
Yeah.
is it offside? For me, it is.
Oh, yeah, it's easily offside, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird call.
Yeah.
That's a terrible decision, though, because Rashford is involved in play. Like,
Yeah, it
who was it?
It
Akanji?
was offside.
Akanji
Yeah.
couldn't get involved because Rashford
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was offside.
Basically blocking him.
But
He also
like
blocks
again,
Edison's
VAR
view as well.
VAR isn't very consistent.
No. And then Jermaine Genius on commentary being like, oh yeah, it's a VAR goal. Shut up, Jermaine.
Wait, what did Gina say?
Jermaine Genius, he was on commentary
Yeah.
and he was saying, oh yeah, that's fair from the ref. Like,
Really?
it's a goal. Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
Junius, if you're watching. or listening. Sorry.
No, we're not
No.
sorry. Not a fan of Eugenius, you mug. You Spurs mug.
No, do you know what?
I don't mind him.
Because I thought Jermaine Genius, he
Fucking
gets a lot. He
waffles.
gets a lot of stick. But then, he was in the Champions League on Match of the Day X, and he did a really good analysis of like a Man City match. And I was like, do you know what? He's all right, him. But now since saying that's a fair goal,
What's match of the day X?
Yeah, I don't know that.
it's
either.
like a trendy little.
So
young
match
people.
of the day 2.
No, it's like, but it's like trendy for like young people, and it's like, oh, look at us, wigga wigga wigga. We're down with the kids. God, add us on MySpace.
Because that's what all the kids are doing
Yeah.
nowadays.
God, how sick is Robbie Williams' new CD?
CD?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, you'd have been the past, bro.
No. Anyways, I don't really want to talk. I'm gonna lie to you, lads. I don't really want to talk about it. Like, there isn't
yeah,
really much to say.
I've got some stuff to say about it. I mean,
Okay, go on, Charlie.
Okay, go on, Charlie.
I mean, I was speaking to you before it, and I said to you that Man United win, and you said, you know what, you're a mug.
Yeah, I did.
I don't actually have a really good feeling. You know, Man United have actually been on really good form
Yeah, they are in
recently,
good form,
especially being at home as well. I think that's always the advantage. I know they lost. What was it, 6-3
6-3.
last game.
That's Manchester derby, you mean?
Yeah,
not
the last.
game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But no, I feel like I didn't watch it. I only watched the first half really because I was going to the Luton game at 3:00, so I didn't get to watch the second half.
Well,
The
as
first
well-
half was rubbish.
Yeah, it wasn't a good first half.
You should say as well, Charlie, about your bet.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
We'll just go over my bet quickly. Long story short, I was placed a bet. I was quite drunk when I placed it, but I backed correct score 2-1, Rashford to score, and Man United to win. And
It came in.
yeah, but I cashed it out before, so I still got £38, but it could have been 60.
What I'm
But
taking from that, though, is that your ball knowledge is better when you're drunk.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't go that far.
The
But
bet says otherwise.
Yeah, that's proved it right. But no more betting when I'm drunk.
No. I just want to say again, rare poor match between the two teams, because normally it's quite an entertaining one. It's normally
fair enough.
actually a good watch, but that was just shocking. I really didn't enjoy myself.
No.
City's kind of lost a bit of momentum after the World Cup.
Yeah, they lost. Who did they lose against as well?
Southampton.
Yeah,
Southampton in the
Southampton.
cup,
Yeah.
and we weren't great against Chelsea, especially in the league.
Here's a question for you, Luke.
Go on.
Do you think that the Premier League is coming home?
Coming home for the three-peat.
Yeah. Because your record,
Listen.
your answer on record and off record is probably very different.
Listen, right.
It's Arsenal's
So-
year.
I agree.
We're halfway through the campaign. Let's not get giddy. Okay.
No,
Let's not get excited.
right. When
Our
have you
Arsenal-
got Arsenal? When do you got to play?
We've got them in April.
Yeah.
At our place.
Have you
I
played
think
them?
February
No,
as
we
well.
Oh, you
I
haven't
don't-
played them once.
No,
No,
they've
we
not
haven't
played them
played
once.
them.
Who have Arsenal got? Have they got big teams to play?
Well, there's half
still?
the season left, so they've got everyone. still
Yes,
to play.
they've still
What,
got.
but have they played like? Have they got to play them twice, or have they played?
No, they've
big
played
team-
everyone once except
Oh,
for City,
okay.
I think.
I think so.
Probably. If we're like 19 games into the
Yeah,
season,
yeah.
then
You would think so. I mean,
Because the City Arsenal game got postponed because of their Europa League involvement,
Yeah.
which is really weird.
Yeah.
Like,
We haven't played Arsenal or Spurs yet, as of recording right now.
oh yeah, we should have
We
said
will-
that as well. We are recording on.
Yeah, it's
okay,
Wednesday the
18th,
18th.
yeah.
it's the
We've got
18th
we've got
of, January.
Manchester City are playing Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow, and City are going to lose. Spoiler alert.
I might have to put a bet on that because normally
Yeah,
Spurs do win.
Honestly, bet on Spurs. I promise you right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
their
tonight's
record-
Man United. Well, Palace United in the Premier League, and then Leeds Cardiff in the FA Cup.
I will
That's
not be
tonight.
watching.
What?
I will not be there either, Charlie. But you
What?
enjoy that.
Well, you might. Got nothing else better to do. Stick on the football, innit?
Yeah.
I was thinking another thing we should talk about is we've all been to football matches while we've been at home.
Oh yeah.
So, Charlie, do you want to start with how many games did you go to? What games did you go to? What were they like?
Right. So I've been to 2 football games. First one was great. Went on Boxing Day. Or did I go before? Oh no, it's called off. I was meant to go to 3.
Okay.
Oh, against Millwall.
Yeah, but fucking.
Snowed off.
Sorry, my
wasn't it?
language. Yeah, it was snowed off. Yeah, which we don't really expect from a championship team. That you'd expect them to have good. Look, I get our stadium's not great, and we don't have the facilities for under-pitch heating, which is a bit of an embarrassment. But yeah, on Boxing Day, I went to the Kenny to obviously see Luton play Norwich. What a great game!
And
I
what
mean-
score was it?
Moy won 2-1, but
Huge.
yeah, 90th minute winner, out of all the people, Cauley Woodrow scored.
Shout out to Cauley Woodrow.
Yeah, shout out to Cauley Woodrow. What a banger.
And Dean Smith got sacked the next day, didn't
he
he?
did.
Oh,
But
I remember.
again, Norwich are very... for a team that come down last season, you would expect them to have a little bit more of fight.
Yeah, a
You
bit
know-
more
Yeah.
about them.
I don't know where they are in the league.
I think they're
but-
7th.
Yeah, they're not...
I mean, the championship's wild this year, though.
Yeah, I get the championships all
Like
over the place.
positions, yeah.
Yeah. And then, I went to last Saturday, Luton versus West Brom, and
Talk us through that, because some of our viewers might not know what happened.
if you aren't aware, we were winning 2-0. We started off... do I even say well?
You were 2-0 up after 10 minutes.
Yeah, but
pretty
no, you say that. We didn't actually play well, really, the whole of the game. I mean, we were under it most of the game.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we went 2-0 up. Again, I think because we went up 2-0 up too early, you kind of sat back and we kind of invited pressure in. I think we kind of panicked and didn't really know what to do. We had no clear tactics throughout the game. Anyway, 2-1 half time. Yep, fine. Second half was a fucking shambles. We were so lackluster, nothing going forward. Made a triple sub, took off our 3 forwards, replaced them with another 3 forwards on the bench. Again, flat, nothing. West Brom just turned up. They beat us 3-2. Nothing more I can say, really.
Yeah, you took off Morris, didn't you? Which is an odd
Yeah,
substitute to
but
make, considering how good he's
it's
done
not-
this year.
I mean, he didn't play last night. He might be injured. I don't know if he's going to play on Saturday, but I don't know. Maybe they'll rest him. I don't really know. Yeah, it was one of them games where actually we probably didn't deserve anything from it. Defensively, we were very poor, but
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. And you were saying that that's your mum's first game?
she won't be going
So
again.
she brought the good luck.
Yeah, she won't.
Shout out Sarah Hodgson.
Yeah, she won't be going again. I can assure you that.
Okay, and what about you, Luke?
So I went to Manchester City against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup.
And that was 2 what?
No, it was 3-2,
Okay.
wasn't it? I think.
I don't know. I
I
wasn't there.
think.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm afraid.
So I missed the first 10 minutes. I missed Erling Haaland score in the first 10 minutes. Then I get in and I see them bring it back for 1-1. Then I see 2-1. Then a few minutes later 2-2, and then 3-2. Nathan Ake header.
I've got a question.
Go on.
Why were you 10 minutes late?
We were in the pub, and then we got the tram, and then we didn't realise that we had to change trams at Piccadilly. So, Manchester City Council, sort your trams out, especially on match day.
Rule number 1, no be late to the game.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not like... I'm sometimes late to games, but I never leave early. Never left early.
Yeah, okay,
So-
that's rule number 2.
I'm
Never
okay.
leave early.
Yeah, so I'm
And what's
alright.
rule number 3?
Support your club. Chant. Stand your ground.
Rule number 3 is...
Doesn't sound like there is a rule number
Yeah, I
3.
don't
So
think there is
anyway,
one.
back to you, Luke.
Okay, yeah, Rico Lewis masterclass, Nathan Ake masterclass, great game of footy. Apart from, am I allowed to mention the coin dropping?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
Yeah. Manchester City, I'm shouting you out right now. Not shouting you out, calling you out. I'm calling you out right now.
Shouting you out for condoning coin throwing.
Right, listen to me right now, Manchester City. If anyone at the club is involved listening, in the cup, stop putting away fans in the third and second tier stand.
Okay.
No netting. What are you thinking?
No,
what are
but-
you expecting to happen? You send out a shitty little email. The fans take the piss. Oh, it's an absolute disaster.
Okay. With cup games, they give 10%, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's probably why
They
they
give them
move the
more.
away fans.
Yeah, they give them
So
more and move
in
the
cup
away fans.
games, like you'll see, like with Luton, Wigan had the whole end. Normally it's split down the middle. So I'm guessing that's why
Yeah,
they've done that. They've
is
moved fans so they can have more because
Yeah,
the away section's sectioned, isn't it?
it is.
But they wouldn't be. How many thousand is it?
I think 5. If that.
Well, when Chelsea went, it was
Mm.
7,000.
Yeah, and you got the. Did you get the whole upper tier, or did you get the upper and the second?
Upper and second.
Yeah.
Well, like we were saying,
Yeah, but
they should have gave Chelsea the opposite stand because it's smaller,
Yeah.
isn't it? The one that's only
So-
2 tiers.
The north stand. There's a logical reason is that all the away coaches park at the south stand,
Okay.
so that's why they give them that. Problem is, our hardcore support is the south stand. You take away.
the mob. Sorry.
It is, and they move them all, so it kills the atmosphere off for the home
yeah,
fans.
separating it.
I think they need to do something because it isn't on. I saw something about Chelsea fans spitting on City fans below. There's no netting in place.
Yeah,
After the Liverpool match, they should have moved it. They should have at least had a bit of netting. But so you need to sort it out.
I don't know.
You need to sort it out.
It's not netting you really need. I think it's just
It's not even netting yet. Move them.
Nah, it's just
give
like,
them.
if you're a fan,
I don't
just
know.
behave yourself, innit?
Either but
it's a very simplistic.
You can't rely on that.
Yeah, but like I know you can't rely on that. But then if you're gonna put netting up, then suddenly fences might start going up, and then you're looking at. And then,
I only say
look at like Hillsborough, for example, like.
I only say netting because I saw Sheffield United have netting. They have the away fans on top.
They do.
That's the only reason I'm saying. Like, it doesn't need fencing. It just needs. You need something in place to keep the fans below safe. And at the minute,
but you're not gonna
have that.
Yeah, but this is the thing, Luke. If you're gonna put netting there, then that's not always the away end, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, so we'll
take it down, I guess, or even just leave it up and
or just have the away fans in the section and normally in.
Yeah, but you need to give them more.
Yeah, I guess so. I think that's the problem.
I think. Okay, here's an idea, City. Right. So you got a normal away section. There's a big stair gap, right, for where it cuts off. If you just expand that a bit, for the cup matches. Okay, City. Here's what you do. So your normal away section right now, right? You've got it set. What you do. You add a bit. You expand it to have extra seats as required by the FA or the Carabao Cup or whoever, and then you put on a bit of netting over the seating, like you normally do when we've got a big team coming. Okay, and then you have the extra stewards. That's what you do. You don't give them the top tier. You don't move season ticket supporters to the flipping East Stand or the.
Oh, they move the season ticket supporters.
Well, I'm thinking. In the South Stand.
Yeah, but season tickets don't. Well, I don't know if it is for City, but I know season tickets don't qualify for cup games.
We've got a cup system in place.
Because I know that, like, Luton, like,
it's
my dad had to, like, he couldn't use his season, so he had to, like, buy and if he wanted to sit in his seat, he could have if it didn't get bought. Right. But, like, he would have to pay extra for the cup games.
Yeah.
It doesn't get included in the whole price.
I know there's a cup scheme in place, but basically, I don't know. Just City, it's not up to. It shouldn't be up to me. Sort it out yourselves.
Well, it's not up to you, and
it isn't up to me.
So anyway, Luke, do you want to focus more on the football?
Sorry about that.
So
against Liverpool was great. City tearing Scousers apart again, brilliant. And then I went in the FA Cup with you, Anderson. Well,
not with me.
Well, not with you, but we were both at the match, and then we met up afterwards for Manchester City against Chelsea.
Oh, that ended well.
4-0.
Yeah.
4-0.
For Andy, that is
the best. The best. The last time City played good, I'd say. I can't think of a time before that, or after that even. Sorry. So yeah, that was good. And then now we're rubbish.
Fair enough.
Chelsea are pretty mediocre.
Well, yeah, for me, I went to Nottingham Forest away on New Year's Day, watched awful football. It was terrible, like nothing really happened. Chelsea scored a lucky goal, dropped to Sterling. The atmosphere was all right, but it's kind of one of those where no one wants to be there on New Year's Day. Like everyone's just feeling a bit rough. Forest support was a bit... I feel like I've got a problem with football support in general. Like people don't chant, home fans don't chant until they start doing well, scoring, stuff like that. And the Forest fans were okay, they were all right, but like they got a lot louder as soon as they equalised and stuff. And me and my dad were literally right at the front of the away end, so we had an all right view. Like it was kind of hard to see the other side and judge where people are. A bit of an awkward view.
I've been in that away end.
And on YouTube, there's a clip of I'm on YouTube very slightly, but just as Serge Aurier scores, you can see me. I showed you that the other day, Charlie, didn't I?
Yeah, saw your hand.
Yeah, I'm shaking. And yeah, it's just typical that Serge Aurier scores his first goal for Forest against Chelsea, the Spurs mug.
It's harsh.
But, fuck him. But, yeah, so I mean, that was a pretty depressing day. And then the only other game I went to was the Manchester City game in the FA Cup, like Luke was talking about. And, I mean, there's not really much to say. 4-0 Man City. Mahrez bangs in his second free kick against Chelsea of the season. I think he's such a baller. I don't know why you don't really seem to rate him, Luke.
See, that's so funny that you bring that up, because when we got the free kick and then me and we see Mara stepping over it, so me and my dad go to, we might as well not even watch because it's going to go into flipping Rose head, as it always does. And then, he just bangs it in.
Yeah, like I say, second time. But I think it's possibly as well because Chelsea's goalkeeping position is a bit weak at the minute. Like, you just fancy it. Like, he probably is like,
Fair
get
enough.
it on target, and it's a goal. And it was. And then, obviously, there was the handball. I think Havertz handballed it to make it 2-0. That was really random.
That was very random. No one appealed for that. I didn't hear anyone shout.
But as soon as you see the referee going over to the screen, you're like, okay, well, that's a penalty then, because they wouldn't have stopped the game for nothing. Yeah, I mean, as well, I should talk about this. So, the game was really flat, and I think it was 3-0 at half-time. Maybe it was 2-0.
I think it was 3.
Yeah, I think it was 3 as well. Or maybe... anyway, Chelsea were getting battered at half.
Julian Alvarez penalty, or was that second half?
Yeah, Alvarez first half penalty, yeah.
Yeah.
And so then, I sort of went into the second half thinking, this is going to be a long 45 minutes, like... I was like, at least hopefully the chance will be alright at that point. And like the atmosphere was decent considering the circumstances.
Yeah, you were pretty loud.
And then people started chanting about Tuchel, and I got involved in that because he's got some great chants, and I still think he shouldn't have been sacked, and I love the guy. Seems like a manager. And then this guy in front of me was staring at me, and he was saying like, what the F are you doing? Like, this is embarrassing. And so I just smiled at him because I'm like, realistically, I don't care about your opinion. We're all fans here. We shouldn't really be arguing. I get your point of view, maybe a little bit, I guess. Chanting about an old manager is a bit odd, but at this point in time, Chelsea don't really have much to chant about. None of this current, or very few of this current team or management deserve much praise at the minute. So... yeah, and like I say, it's just a great chant. And I also see it the same way that you'll chant about former players and stuff. Like,
true.
Frank Lampard gets sang every game.
Yeah, and they got the banners up in the stadium.
Yeah, and Tuchel did so much for the club. So I think this season for Chelsea is obviously a write-off now. Chelsea are 10th in the league, but...
no Champions League, no Cup.
well, they're in the Champions League.
But you don't think you can win it, though?
No, probably not. And Luke, Manchester City have knocked Chelsea out of both cups.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So yeah, can't really do much there. But I mean, Chelsea have got Dortmund in the next round of the Champions League.
Okay, you should win that.
Nah, I don't know about should. That's a tough game.
No, I wouldn't say should.
I mean, Chelsea could win that, but then they're not good enough to win it. But then again, it would be so Chelsea to have a terrible league season and then win another Champions League.
Yeah,
I was going to say the last one you won, you didn't do that well in the league, did you? You
finished fourth.
Yeah, but it's a bit like Liverpool with the 2005 one. They finished 4th or 5th that year, and they won the Champions League.
Yeah, they finished 5th. Yeah, and when Chelsea won it the first time, they finished 6th.
Yeah, so it's not. It doesn't necessarily.
I just don't see it.
Can I bring something up, please?
Go on.
Sure.
What are your opinions on João Felix's
debut?
Yeah, debut.
Very lively first half. Maybe a bit too lively. Maybe a bit too lively in the second half.
To be fair, he did make a...
good.
Yeah, he played well.
I mean,
but
it's typical that he gets sent off on his debut when he was probably the only exciting player in that game. But I mean, so we might as well talk about Chelsea more generally.
Yeah, go on.
They've had a very lively January transfer window, spending probably over 150 million.
They've had not even just January. They've seemed to have fucking signed everyone on the planet recently.
One thing I don't understand, right? Maybe you can help me here.
I'll try.
About Chelsea's. I feel like you don't even have scouts. You just kind of go after players that other clubs are looking at. Like Arsenal will look at... who's the Ukrainian guy? What's his name?
Mudryk.
Like Arsenal were really interested in him, so Chelsea signed him. I feel you kind of... I don't really understand Chelsea's strategy. You spend loads of money every season, and it always kind of backfires. And I always see your fans on Twitter when they make like starting 11s, and it's always... every season they're like, we need this in the summer, and it's always about 5 or 6 new players.
Yeah.
It's a bit much, I feel.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, I think a general point is obviously Chelsea's ownership's changed over the summer, so there's always going to be chaos, and because Todd Boehly is new in the sport, he is going to be inexperienced and make mistakes. Like, everyone makes mistakes, that's fine. I've just jotted down, so looking at Chelsea's summer transfer window, they signed Wesley Fofana, Cucurella, Raheem Sterling, Koulibaly, Aubameyang and Zakaria as like first team signings, because they also signed like Carney Do you know how to say his second name, Luke? He's your boy. I know. Anyway, the guy from Aston Villa called
Aston
Carney.
Villa Carney.
And a few other young...
But again, that's another one. How much did you sign him for? 20 mil?
Yeah, 15, 20,
15, 20.
Yeah.
He's like Cole Palmer levels of like baller at the minute. He's not like a first team player.
But then...
He's 15 mil.
Yeah.
It's a bit overspending in my opinion.
Yeah, well, but then...
No, not at all. If he does get... How long is he?
Like 18,
20.
19.
Exactly. If he, in the next 2 years, booms, he's going to go way up in price.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Chelsea have invested a lot in youth and promising prospects.
Yeah, you want to go for prospects.
Well, so I was just going through the signings from the summer, right? And so out of that list, I'd say Fofana is the only one that I'm actually like, yeah, that's done quite well. He's been injured. He's played quite well when he's played, but like Koulibaly looks washed. Aubameyang looks washed.
Cucurella.
Yeah.
Cucurella, that's a Man City target. We weren't willing to go above 50 mil, so Chelsea go, oh yeah, we'll give you that and we'll bring him in.
Yeah, but Luke, what you're saying there about, Chelsea are just jumping on trends. Like, once you hear of players available, you're going to be like, we've got to consider that at least. And also, like, every player that's worth having is going to have a few clubs trying to go after them.
I agree, but I don't know. Like, are you ever interested in a player that's like no one else is? Like,
well, if no one else is interested in your player, though, then I think that's a red flag.
I don't know. I just feel, again, going back to like Timo Werner, Liverpool were really up for him, and then Chelsea pay more.
Yeah, well,
like,
I
don't know. I'm just kind of seeing a bit of a pattern. I just thought I'd get your opinion on it, because
I just see it as like, the best players are going to be wanted by many clubs, right? And the thing is, like, let's go through that list again, right? Fofana, Cucurella, Sterling, Koulibaly, Aubameyang, and I'm going to leave Zachariah out because he didn't really apply, but like, they're all big names.
Yeah.
They're all, a lot of teams are going to have wanted them, like, maybe not Aubameyang, but like Sterling, Koulibaly, Cucurella. So, yeah, like, I think if you look at them, they're big names, they've not worked out yet, but then someone like Cucurella is getting cooked at the minute, like, no one seems to rate him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's probably like 23 or something, and maybe in a better Chelsea starting 11, he'd look like a better player.
But how do you... Okay, then, here's a question.
Okay.
How do you fix Chelsea, you personally?
Oh, I don't know. If I knew that, I'd be on the board, mate.
Okay, well...
I think you've got to keep signing people and hope something's got to work.
Just throw money at it until it works.
But I don't think that's a good thing, because if you just keep throwing money at it, then... I don't know. It could just backfire.
Yeah, it could
financially.
But,
you don't want to just spend money you don't have.
Okay, but no, let's think about it, right? So obviously, financial fair play is in place. Like, that is a thing. But so if you don't comply with it, what happens? You get banned from Europe for a few years.
Yeah.
So maybe that's 2 years. Maybe let's say.
Or
You don't want to be banned from Europe.
Or like when Chelsea got a transfer ban.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but that was just 1 year.
Yeah.
So I mean, Chelsea aren't going to go bust. Like, they've got billionaires in place who can spend all this money without really thinking about it. Chelsea aren't going to qualify for Europe this year anyway.
However, though, players do not want to sign. Big players do not want to sign for clubs that aren't going to be in Europe. If you get a transfer ban, players are going to be like, no, I'm not going.
Well, if Chelsea have got a transfer ban, they can't sign anyone anyway.
No, if Chelsea get if Chelsea get a European ban, players are not going to want to go. Go there.
That's all well and good, right? But Chelsea have got Nkunku already wrapped up, who plays for Leipzig, who's one of it's Bundesliga, so I can't get too excited, but he's one of the biggest prospects on the market, and they've already got him wrapped up. If you look at Man United a few years ago, when they were in the Europa League, they were able to sign Ibrahimovic and Pogba. I think if you're a player and you've got a Manchester City or a Arsenal at the minute coming after you, yes, you would pick them. But like as Chelsea have showed with the Mudryk deal, they can still compete with teams like Arsenal.
Of course they can, because they're top 6 team.
And Arsenal are currently looking like top 4 easy, but like maybe the league as well. Probably the league, I'd say.
Top 2, I'd say.
Nah, they will win the league, trust me. Who else for you? Who else?
Man City.
Well, Man City's the only other option.
Yeah, but I personally can't see Man City winning this year.
No.
Obviously, you're gonna bias because you support them, but I think Arsenal have looked so solid this season.
Yeah, you've got to be optimistic. Well, unless you're Chelsea in 10th, and then you don't have to be. But, so, I mean, do either of you think about Chelsea financial fair play? Because I see a lot of stuff about that on Twitter.
Yeah.
So, what I've read up about it is, I don't know if you've noticed, you're probably not, but every signing Chelsea make is on, like, a long-term deal. So
yes, I know.
This Mudryk guy, he signed an 8-year deal, I believe.
Yeah.
7.5, something like that. And because of that, from an accounting point of view, you can spread the cost over his 8-year contract. So Chelsea signed him for 70 million, I think, plus add-ons or something. So that's 10 million a year. Like, that's not much.
Yeah, so they're playing with the system.
So yeah, they're playing because like literally every player's got a long-term contract, and apparently that's a baseball thing. Because obviously they come from like an American sport background.
I mean, it's good as well because if a team does want to approach a player,
yeah, and you've got 8 years left on your contract, like see you in a bit. I mean, yeah, I quite like it. I think.
But this is the thing though. But this is the thing though.
Okay.
Do you think putting that in place will put off players from signing?
Putting what in place? Long-term contract.
Yeah, because let's say if you're a footballer, like you might not want to spend.
Oh, of course, yeah, you might not want to commit to 8 years at Chelsea.
Yeah. Do you reckon that will?
I mean, it could do, but like
negotiations in place. You can say, I don't want to sign an 8-year deal. I want to sign a 3-year deal.
yeah. And if you look at everyone that Chelsea have signed, they've all agreed to it. So they're obviously getting paid well, and they're selling a project. Because I don't know if either of you saw the Shakhtar CEO came out and spoke to TalkSport the other day.
I didn't see that.
He was basically talking because obviously Arsenal were very heavily linked into him as well.
Yeah.
He came out and said how Arsenal have been tapping up this player for 2 months, which is obviously against the rules. But hey, Arsenal are a great club, don't remember, so let's not slag them off, I guess. But yeah, so they've been tapping him up. They've had Zinchenko belling him all the time because of the Ukrainian link. That one worked out well for you, didn't it, lads? But yeah, and then so he came out and said that Chelsea just did it all respectfully, which I don't know. I don't really know what my opinion is. Like, if you got to tap someone up to get them through the door, I guess fair enough. But yeah. Because the narrative at the minute is that this guy chose Chelsea for the money, but this Shakhtar guy said that they were offered similar fees. Like there wasn't, I think there's maybe 5 or 10 million in it, which within a £100 million deal isn't much, really. Yeah. I guess also about Chelsea, one thing you might not know, I mean, I've probably said this to you before, Luke, is that they're trying to implement the Manchester City philosophy of buying all these different clubs and then using
like
them
a CFG style.
Yeah, to loan players out, like they're looking at a Portuguese club and stuff. So that's why I think whenever I'm saying like, oh, this Boehly guy's clueless, he's doing the right things. The transfers might not have worked at the minute, but then also going back to Tuchel, like,
gotta give him a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's 6 months into it, and like him and Tuchel obviously didn't see eye to eye on transfers, and he's still. Because I'd say a lot of the signings in the summer were Tuchel targets.
Yeah. I mean, they probably had a little speak, but
so,
that's the thing. Like when you're coming into a very like a top 6 club, there's a lot of pressure on it.
Oh yeah, of course, everything's getting analysed.
Yeah.
Like,
and like
Gary Neville's been on him.
Think about how much you got to deal with, like coming into that role.
Yeah.
You're constantly under pressure.
He's clearly looking at the long term, Bowie. That's why he signed Boehly.
David Bowie.
He clearly is looking at the long term.
100%.
That's why
they're
he's
all
sacked Tuchel and
why they're
players,
signing a lot of young players as well. Yeah. Because I mean, I just think it's mental that in January Chelsea have got João Felix, Mudryk, and the centre back from Monaco called Benito something in.
How long have you got
Felix
for?
6 months.
Just 6 months,
yeah,
okay.
Because everyone was saying how after he got sent off, that's a month off his loan deal gone, which is very peak. But I mean, I see a lot of fans online saying that, like, they are including Felix in their team next year. Like predicting and stuff.
Yeah.
So like maybe there's a deal to be done there. But for me personally, Felix was great against Fulham for the first half, but he also did get sent off, so we can't brush past that. He looks exciting, but how much is he going to cost? Like Atletico Madrid spent 140 million on him or something, I think.
Yeah, they spent ridiculous money on him, and they got again. That was a big term deal. That was a 7-year deal.
I know you paid how much for him for 20 games?
10 million or something. But then relatively though, 10 million for Chelsea is nothing.
No, it's not. But it's funny
and to get a player like João Felix, I love Felix.
Is it just league games or is it cup games?
Well, Chelsea aren't in cups except for the Champions League.
No, I mean Champions League.
Well, he can play in the Champions League, yeah.
Just not against Atletico Madrid.
No.
No, he probably can.
No, I doubt.
No, well, here, right? Thibaut Courtois played against Chelsea when he was on loan at Atletico Madrid. The Champions League rules are different to the league rules, obviously. And also in Spain, if you're on loan, you can play against your parent club because that's happened so many times. So,
interesting.
João Felix.
Also,
Atletico Madrid aren't even in the Champions League, by the way. They got knocked out into the Europa League, I think.
Well, don't have to argue about that. I was going to bring up, who was it? Coutinho in the Bayern Munich Barca match.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Great
fair.
knowledge, Luke. Great knowledge. But yeah, because I remember Atletico Madrid got knocked out in the last game of their group. To be fair, they were in with
Yeah, I think I remember now,
Porto
yeah.
and Bayern Leverkusen, or wherever Hudson Odoi is. I think it's Bayern Leverkusen.
Yeah, it is. Well, moving on, lads. One thing I want to talk about. I get accused by you lot of only rating players that have some sort of link to Manchester City, and the outside football world I know absolutely nothing about.
Well, if the shoe fits.
So, what I have done is I have made a starting 11 of players that have absolutely no affiliation to Manchester City that I rate, essentially.
Mhm.
Okay, but so is this the best 11 or just players you like?
No, it's not the best 11. It's just players that I like, that I rate. Some of them you'll know, some of them you might not have heard of. And, you know.
Not heard of. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it will
So-
go from the top.
Okay. In nets, I have Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, I agree.
Great player, good with his feet.
Yeah, good.
Revolutionised the goalkeeper.
Quite old
position.
now, though.
I know he's old now, but there's just...
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, all these players are like current
Okay, yeah.
footballers. They can't do like retired players.
Yeah. Anyway, good start. Yeah,
Thank
Manuel
you.
Neuer.
At right back, I have Brighton's Tariq Lamptey.
Interesting.
Okay, you like
Yeah.
5'3" men. Fair enough.
I do. I love 5'3" men. At centre back, this is gonna raise a few eyebrows. Virgil van Dijk.
Oh.
I like him a lot.
KDB's mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the Man City link. Wait.
I like him a lot. I rate him highly. I can't
I
fault him.
didn't expect you to say that, but yeah. Okay.
Another centre back at Arsenal, Saliba. I like Saliba a
Yeah,
lot.
he's been good.
I rate him highly as a centre back. Left back, I've got Alphonso Davies.
Interesting. Yeah.
I remember his Champions League run.
Yeah.
His Champions
Yeah,
League spell
good,
from a
good.
few years ago.
He's not done much since.
I
then,
know he
but
hasn't.
yeah.
I know he hasn't.
He
but
was so good that year. Though.
what other left backs are there? Sorry, I was struggling a little bit with that back four. Well, the left back especially. I've got him as a defensive midfielder. He isn't really one though, but he played there when he was at Ajax.
What's the formation, by the way?
4-4-3.
Yeah, okay.
4-4-3. You're moving on to the Boehly.
4-4-3 defense.
4-3-3.
You should have done 4-4-2.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
But-
Yeah, come on.
okay.
Mids.
So, he played here. He played at defensive midfield for Ajax. He isn't there anymore though. He kind of, sort of plays as he can play defensive midfield. He can play centre mid, or he could be an attacking midfielder. Manchester United's Donny van de Beek. I like him a
That's
lot.
an obscure one.
Yeah,
I know.
that is very obscure.
I really rated him at Ajax, and I was really upset when he went to United because I knew he was going to throw his career away. And guess what? He did. Now he sits on the bench.
Bench warmer.
I know.
Yep, centre mids.
So, I've got two for the centre mid, and then that I couldn't choose between. So I thought I'd leave it to you boys.
Okay.
From Wolves, Ruben Neves,
Yeah.
and the other
Yeah, good
option
shout.
is Real Madrid's Camavinga.
Yeah, no, fair enough, baller.
Yeah, I think Camavinga wins that.
Yeah.
I think I'd put him in, but I put Ruben Neves as kind of
Honourable mention.
honourable mention. Yes. At attacking midfield, he plays for the Czech Republic. He's called Adam Karabek.
Wait. So you got an attacking midfielder, but who do you have? Like,
So, Donny van de Beek down here in defensive midfield.
yeah. So would it be CDM, two centre mids, and a left wing, right wing striker?
Yeah, but he's like, so he's a centre mid, but I've put him a little bit higher as a kind of number 10.
Okay, anyway, let's focus
So-
on who the hell did you just say?
Adam Karabek, you don't know him?
No.
Oh, shout out to our viewers who know Adam Karabek and rate him.
Well-
Baller.
Why do you know him? What?
I know him from FIFA.
Okay, so no one.
No.
What is he,
He's sick,
18 or something?
He's about 20, I think, but he seems
What's his rating on FIFA?
it's not that high.
I'm
but
going to the companion app now while we speak.
okay, but he's got good potential.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, carry on
That's
with
where I rate him. Okay, on the right wing, we have got former PSG player, now plays for not Ajax, the other one. Feyenoord. He now plays for Feyenoord. He's called Xavi Simons,
Oh, yeah.
Dutch player.
Yeah. Anyway, so you got that
Okay.
winger for Feyenoord.
Yep, and also as an honourable mention, I have again Real Madrid's Rodrigo. I rate him.
Okay.
We also again, Man City, Real Madrid last season when I was freaking out because he was coming on and you were all like, what, he's shit, like, why are you freaking out? And then he fucking scores. So
Not had the best career, though.
No, well, he's still young.
Okay. Well, anyway, he's not even major 11, so there's no point.
He's kind of honourable mention. At left wing, I have Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go Vinicius Jr. I'm not enjoying. I have a good feeling.
He's top talent.
That's the team, yeah.
And then striker, I have the Belgian striker Charles de Kellerter. I think I butchered his name.
Is this another career mode
yes.
thing? Jesus Christ.
No, he plays for Club Bruges.
Our podcast has fallen off.
He plays for
career mode players.
He plays for Club Bruges and he's top talent. And I can see him having a
Scott
good...
Parker thinks about that.
I can see him having a top career.
Surprised.
Yeah, this is falling off.
Yeah, surprised Mbappe didn't make the 11.
Oh no, fuck Mbappe.
Or Benzema.
Yeah, fuck Benzema.
Or...
No. I don't...
Anyone else?
I wanted to go for a bit obscure. If I was going like best 11 of all time, obviously I put fucking Messi in there and stuff. But I wanted to have players that, you know, you wouldn't think of.
Yeah, because I don't play career mode.
Yeah, career mode's a bit of a shit mob, I can't lie. It's all about Ultimate Team.
No, I don't like Ultimate Team, mate.
Okay, well, that was an interesting segment.
Yeah.
Leave your thoughts in the comments of my 11.
It's shit. I'm joking. It's not bad 11, to be fair.
Thank you. Right. I think top 4 in the Prem, easy.
You think that team makes the top 4 in the Prem?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Carried away.
Right, so that's the end of another amazing episode. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe, and make sure to follow us on Twitter as well, which will be link in the bio. And if you want to engage in asking us a question, feel free to tweet us and then we can answer it in the next episode.
Yeah.
And hopefully Reese is back by then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, Happy New Year, everyone, by the way.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
And Merry Christmas. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.